All right, y'all, we are in the range today because I was very inquisitive about something. I wanted to know, what is the Shadow Systems lineup all about? So in front of me right now, I have 4 Shadow Systems handgun pistols. So the one I just showed you was the Shadow Systems CR920. Then we have the Shadow Systems MR920. Then we have the Shadow System XR920. And then lastly, we have the Shadow Systems DR920. Now, let me just tell you what I feel about them right out the gate. I think they are like, I wouldn't even call it a Glock clone, but they mimic the Glocks, but better. And that's just off of looks, off of feel. I have not shot these guns at all. I was at my local range or a local match one day, and I saw I think it was a MR920, and I was like, man, this feels just like a 19. And like, I was just holding it in the hand. I was like, oh my gosh, it feels just like my Glock 19. So I started checking it out, started researching, and sure enough, they're kind of variants of the Glocks. So I said, well, if they're variants of a Glock, I'm a Glock fan, let me just see how they perform. So that's what we're out here doing today, is testing out the Shadow Systems and kind of just going through each one of them, telling you which Glock variant they are kind of mimicking, and then letting you know how they shoot, in my opinion. I will say the first thing I did notice was that they are super light. Like, they are not heavy guns at all, especially the biggest one, the DR920. This thing is so light, like I'm not even sure if the comp is going to do its thing as far as the recoil, because you know, the heavier the gun, the more it'll help mitigate that recoil. So I'm eager to see or check that out. But you know, another thing I noticed was they take Glock magazines. So this MR920 is actually running a Glock 19 or Glock mag. This CR920 is running a standard Shadow Systems 10 round mag, and the XR920 is also running another Glock mag. So I don't know. Is it gonna be Glock like? Not sure. Let's try the triggers on all of them first. Okay, 2 things. 1 is heavy like a Glock trigger. 2, it pulls like a SIG trigger. Yeah, I can feel the spring action as I pull the trigger. Okay. That's the CR920. Yep, same thing. I will say though, for this MR920, the pull is not as heavy. It seems like it. Yeah. Okay. So the XR920, this one seems a little bit more crispy. Still pulls like a SIG trigger, but that one did feel more crispy. And then the DR920, okay, that one is almost like the XR920. Okay, so I don't know, that's my feel on the trigger pulls right out the gate. Let's just start with the CR920. So the CR920 is going to be that Glock 43X or Glock 43 variant. It has your 10+1. It also comes with a 13+1 mag capacity. It's an EDC option, just a deep concealment option. I can tell just by looking at it, because it does remind me of my 43X. However, it does look like it might be a tad bit smaller. It may be even thinner than the 43X. It might be more alongside the lines of a 43. Again, I'm going off of just first impressions. Haven't done a ton of research on this, but did want to go off of first impressions right now. And I'll give you all a close-up look of it. We do have a loaded mag. So the CR920 that is not optics ready, it does have pretty decent iron sights. They look like they're raised iron sights. Serrations are, They're a little slippery, but I guess if you pinch, you'll have a good grip because of the grooves in there. Pinch it. If you pinch it and then rat, you should be okay. Ooh, that mag release. I don't really care for that mag release. It's kind of stiff. We already checked out the trigger. Let's see how the slide release drops. Ooh. Okay, good. Because y'all know them Glocks, they don't drop easily unless you go to get that extended slide release. So the slide release drops nice. I don't know. It's kind of smaller than the 43X, to be honest. I do like that the extension on that 10+1 is pretty nice. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think this is the 10+1. But you have that pinky extension somewhere for your pinky to go. Nice, easy, smooth serrations. So not aggressive, not too smooth, but I do feel like I can feel it. I can feel the texturing of it. Okay, again, no optic, but it does come with the rail system at the bottom for you to put a light or laser. So let's see. Okay. Okay, so I had 11. I don't know. This might be the magazine that's 13. No, I don't know. Maybe the extension gives you +1. Again, don't quote me. Do your own research. Okay, what do I have to say about the CR920? I would say it's snappy, but not as snappy as the 43X. I felt like I could really hold it and put shots on target. I actually liked it, to be honest. The trigger was pretty good. I did have a flyer up there, but everything else is in the core area of the target. That wasn't bad, actually. I don't know. I was going in thinking Glocks, but that was actually pretty good. I do like the trigger on that a lot. Okay, CR920. That was 11 rounds. Thought it would be 10. So now let's go in with the MR920. This is going to be your Glock 19 clone. So it does come optics ready. Not really sure what the top of the rail is supposed to give. Maybe it's just aesthetics. It does look really nice. There are some window cuts on both sides of the slide. Again, serrations are just like the CR920, except there are a few of them due to those optic cuts or those window cuts being on the slide. It does have a bronze fluted barrel, looks like. Texture is the same as the CR920. Still got the rail on the bottom. We do have some texturing right here for those of you who like to, and me too, who like to shoot with your thumbs overlapping it, and then that support hand thumb has to have somewhere to sit. I do like that option. Does have a finger undercut too. CR920 does too. That's a nice little feature. Again, the texture is the same iron sights, and it is optics ready, and it does have a flared mag well down here. It comes out of the box like this now. Now, don't quote me on the prices. Y'all gonna have to look that up. And plus, you two don't like us talking about it anyway. Let's do some shots of this. I do love the way this one feels. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really, shout out to Texas Legends and Guns here in Allen, Texas, for even having this for me to try out. I called up here. I was like, hey, want to try out your shadow systems lineup. Got here, had it ready for me, and you know, I'm just super excited, especially knowing how they're shooting, how the CR920 shot so far. I'm actually excited about the rest of the 3. So let's put 10 rounds in this Glock mag for the MR920. Now, Shadow Systems is as well here in Texas. Listen, if y'all want y'all gun rights and you want to be able to exercise your Second Amendment like you can, Texas is the place to be. I know a lot of y'all been telling me about y'all states, Cali to be specific. Ain't no way I could live in Cali and not be able to have my gun rights. I mean, you do have gun rights in Cali, but not as good as you have it here in Texas. So anyway, I was saying that Shadow Systems is here in Plano, Texas. So if you're interested, their headquarters are here. I actually need to go check them out. But I only knew that because I'm now trying out their guns. Okay, so this is the Glock. This is the Glock 17 mag. Slides good. All right. Oh, I love how this feels already. Oh my goodness. I know. Where have I been? Where have I been? I ain't gonna say 10 times better. That shoots, and this is stock. This comes out of the box just like this. That shoots better than my Glock 19 Gen 6 that I just got. And it already comes with the flared mag well. Like, I'm already thinking about doing up my Glock 19. Want to put the mag well on there. I want to put the ramjet on there. Suit it up. But I don't even know now. Like, I think this right here, out of the box, just like this, no optic, shooting just like this, this is great. I'm speechless, honestly. I was thinking or coming in like, it's just another Glock clone, but it's better. This is so much better. Now y'all got me second guessing my Glock. Now, I don't know the reliability on Shadow Systems. Again, I don't have tenure behind it. All I know is I want to try it out because they look good and they felt good and they were supposed to replicate the Glock lineups. So, I don't know. Y'all will have to sound off in the comment section about the reliability, if y'all have had any issues, or if they're pretty good. I don't know. I think after today, I'm going to go home and do my research and find out what I need to find out. But that MR920, that's nice. And it makes it even better that it takes Glock mags. I failed to mention too, it already comes with the extended beaver tail. Now y'all know if you got the Glock Gens 1 through 5, you already know you got to make shift with your beaver tail. You got to put an extended one on there. Then you got to cut it because you don't like how it fits in the back. The Gen 6s did step it up and give us that, but Shadow Systems is already doing it. They're already putting it out there. I like when a company just gives us what we need right out of the box. And I do like the companies that give you stuff that you need to make your own. I think there's a area for everybody. If you want it right out of the box, I think there are firearm companies that do that. If you want it out of the box that works, but then you want to add your own little touches to it, I think there's a category for that. We said that in the last video. And I was all for the make your own with the Glock. But since shooting this, I don't know. I think I might be a right out of the box girl. Like, the money that you pay for right out of the box does not equate to the money that you pay to get the stock or whatever and then have to add to it to make your own. I don't know. Y'all get down in the comment section and let me know, are you a right out of the box ready to go, or do you want to make it your own? Let me know down in the comment section. I'm kind of leaning towards stock right out of the box. I don't want to have to do nothing to it unless it's aesthetically pleasing. That's it. Okay, so let's go with the XR920. Now, the XR920 is very similar to the MR920. We've got our cuts up top. We do have our window cuts on the side of the slide. Rear and front serrations are the same. It does look like, no, it's not. I was about to say the slide release is extended a bit, but it's not. Texture is the same. I told y'all earlier the trigger, how it felt, and nice little beaver tail extension in the back too. Finger cut under groove there. Does have the mag well on the bottom already there. Optic cut rail on the bottom. All right, this is going to be like that Glock 45 variant. So it's a little bit longer. So the slides are the same length, but this one is longer. So like that 45 or maybe 19X, where the grip is a little bit longer, but the slide is the same as the 19. Maybe not 19X, because 19X is a little bit longer, but the 45 and the 19 have that same slide. Let's do 10 rounds in the Shadow Systems XR920, which is that Glock 45 replica. So that MR920 comes with a 15+1 magazine, and this XR920 comes with a 17+1 magazine. Now, I don't have an unboxing, but y'all keep messing with me. I probably am going to have an unboxing of these because I'm liking them. I really am liking them. Again, I don't know the reliability, but first impressions, I like it. Okay, here we go. That first shot I anticipated, but after that, that felt so good. It's almost like the MR920. I think it shot the same. The only difference again is the length. So if you're more of a big-handed person, you need that extra length, this will probably be best. For me personally, MR920 is the best for me. I can feel the entire gun in my hand and it's controllable. Okay, that was good. That was nice. I like that a lot. Now, this is the one I'm very curious about, the DR920, but it has a comp on there, and that comp is longer than any other comp I've seen out there. I feel like that's got to be a little over an inch and a half. The comps I've seen, they're literally like this much, which is like half an inch. That's a long comp on this gun. And now I do shoot with somebody who shoots this in competition. I think it's the DR920. Although, if it ain't, then I know he shoots a Shadow System that has that comp on the front. Doesn't have a full length dust rail, so that lip kind of goes up there like a chin. You know, when people get older and their chin start going. I don't mean to pick on people, but I'm just saying that's what it looked like to me. So I would rather for it to go all the way out to the comp. Does have the rail on the bottom. We still got our texture point here for our thumb. Texturing is the same. Magazine release the same. Slide release the same. It does come optics ready. This is more so like your Glock 17, Glock 47, but with the comp. This is that variant. Mag well is down there. And y'all, we talked about the trigger. So, I don't know. Maybe this will be the better trigger out of the 4. Not sure. I would anticipate that it shoots better, though, because it has that comp on there. Now, I'm not a huge fan of full-size guns, but I am a huge fan of comp guns. So, let's see which way we're going to go here. Did I mention that it had the slide cuts? The window cuts in the slide. I don't know. Shadow Systems, I've been on a rock because I didn't know about y'all. I'm liking them so far. And this one does come with a 17+1 magazine. And we are running still block magazines. Okay. Let's see. That shoots very flat. I don't know if y'all was able to tell in the video, but we got to run this back so I can give y'all a close-up. The DR920, 100% 10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10. And it's got a fluted barrel in there. 10 out of 10 on the DR920. And I'm shooting with iron sights. I've shot all these guns at 10 yards right now, all with iron sights. Let me just show y'all the target. Y'all, that's what my target is looking like. I think we're through 50 rounds at this point. And at 10 yards, that's what we've been looking like at 10 yards with the Shadow Systems lineup, all with iron sights. So then that tells us we are very accurate. The Shadow Systems handguns, pistols are very accurate. I cannot believe I have not been introduced to the Shadow Systems until now. Okay, out of the four, the best shooting one is the DR920. And like I said, I'm not a huge full-size fan, but the comp did it for me. That comp literally set this thing off, and I like it. I really do like that. I like that because many of you know I'm very transparent about my flaws, but I like that I'm able to shoot these guns with iron sights and be on target, be exactly where I'm lining my sights up to be. That doesn't happen with all my guns, and that's probably a me thing, but I do like that they come with these nice iron sights that are already raised, probably suppressor height sights is what we call them. I really do like that feature, that it comes that way. Okay, so what I'm about to do is load up all the mags, shoot the guns again. I'm gonna just shoot them back to back, and then I want y'all to let me know in the comment section which one you thought I shot the best, or which one you liked the most. I thought I shot the DR920 the best, simply because it has that comp on there, and y'all know I sped the cadence up just a little bit, because once you feel the gun, you feel the gun. So let's load up and let's shoot all four of them again, back to back, and then I'll give y'all my final thoughts. Alright, first up we got the CR920 9mm handgun with a barrel length of 3.41 inches, overall length of 6.37 inches, height of 4.27 inches, width of 1.05 inches, and it weighs 17.8 ounces. Again, it comes with that 10+1 flush mag or the 13+1 extended. It's optics ready, slim frame, single slot accessory rail on the bottom, flat face trigger. Alright, next up is the Shadow Systems MR920, chambered in 9mm, barrel length 4 inches, overall length 7.13 inches, height 4.75 inches, width 1.25 inches, weight 21.5 ounces with a mag capacity of 15+1. It's optics ready, and it does have interchangeable back straps and a full accessory rail, and it also comes with a fluted barrel. Next up we have the Shadow Systems XR920, chambered in 9mm with a barrel length of 4 inches, overall length of 7.25 inches, height of 5.25 inches, width of 1.25 inches, weight approximately 22.5 ounces with a mag capacity of 17+1, optics ready, full size grip with that compact slide and that fluted barrel. And last but not least, and probably my favorite out of the four, is the Shadow Systems DR920P, chambered in 9mm, barrel length 4.5 inches with that integrated compensator on the front, overall length 8.44 inches, height 5.25 inches, width 1.2 inches, weight approximately 21.5 ounces with a mag capacity of 17+1, optics ready, full size grip, full length rail, and also that fluted barrel. there you have it, guys. That is the Shadow Systems lineup. I am thoroughly impressed with the firearms today. They all shot really good. They all have their purpose. Again, the CR920, more of your EDC concealed type firearm. It's small, it's compact, can be a little snappy depending on the shooter, but it also shoots really great. Not as snappy in my opinion as the 43X or the P365, but it does have a little kick to it. But if you're a good shooter, you'll be able to handle it. MR920, your Glock 19 variant. This is more like home defense, duty. It also can be used for EDC. Recoil on this, minimum. If you're a good shooter, you know how to maintain it. I do like that it has that bronze barrel in there and that it is fluted. Love the mag well on here as well, as it fits my hand perfectly. Beaver tail, great feature on there as well. Then you have your XR920, which is basically the same as the MR920, but you got a full size or full length in the handguard. And this one can be used, again, EDC, home defense, maybe even duty type. For those of you who want a duty weapon, this could be a great option. Again, all the same features as the MR920, just a full size pistol. And then last but not least, the softest shooting, the flattest shooting out of the four, the longest slide, the longest barrel, full size grip, just super nice, is that DR920P. Don't forget to mention the P. Shot really good. I think out of the four, this was my favorite. Although I don't really like it as much aesthetically, I wish again that this would have came out further, or maybe even just chop the compensator off to the end of the dust rail or the dust cover. But regardless of that, and that's just a personal preference for me, this one shot the absolute best. This one is, woo, I don't know. I would say today's range day was a success. Very successful range day. I did learn through my research that Shadow Systems and many other manufacturers don't have quite as bit of an aftermarket support like your Glocks do. But in my opinion, if it's going to come out of the box like this, I don't really need aftermarket support. All I need, if I wanted to, is an optic, maybe even a light, and put a holster. That's it. If it's coming out of the box like this, I'm a-okay with it. Again, I really don't know the quality or the reliability behind these. I do know the accuracy. I do know the feel for these firearms based off of today's range day. I think I might need to be looking into Shadow Systems a little bit more, because I really do like it. So y'all let me know down in the comment section if you own Shadow Systems pistols, firearms. What are your thoughts about them? Are they good? Are they not? Again, first time using these. Never shot them before. So y'all let me know what y'all think about the Shadow Systems down in the comment section. Also, coming up in a couple weeks, I will be at the SIG Next event, checking out all the new SIG products that will be coming out here pretty soon. So make sure y'all stay tuned, because I will be recording a bunch of content showing y'all what SIG Sauer has coming out here pretty soon. And shout out to my guy Jimmy over at SIG. Jimmy has been the absolute best, sending out products for me to show you guys. Anything that I request, anything that I need, he's always there. And you always need people like that. You know, it's not even about the logistics of things, it's about relationships. And if I can build a good relationship with you, then we end it like swimwear. Like, take all the logistics, the laws, the technical stuff out of it. Can we have a good friendship? And Jimmy has been that guy. So shout out to Jimmy and shout out to SIG Sauer. We will be out there in a couple weeks, and I can't wait to try out some new products from SIG. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Until next time, stay armed, stay safe, and stay vigilant. Peace.